Morara Kebaso. You've been saying Kebaso. Is it Kebaso? It's not Kebaso, it's Kebaso.
Kebaso.
Yes, it's Kenyan, it's East Africa. It's Morara Kebaso.
Morara Kebaso.
A lot of people have been coming in here trying to what do you call that? To correct. It's not Kebaso, it's Kebaso. Sorry.
I apologize, but yes,
no,
it's
you don't
Morara
need to apologize.
Kebaso.
You don't need to apologize. We don't apologize. It's a mistake. You also make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Yes, but the intention is what's most important. The fact that we are out here showing support for Morara Kebaso, an activist who's out here in Kenya exposing all the freaking puppets that are out here stealing your money, your tax money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going out there, he's doing his thing. He's getting the people of Kenya behind him. And I think why Kenyans actually like him is because he's being real and he's speaking their language. Like he's not using big words or big phrases. He's just keeping it very simple.
So you mean he's real and authentic with his messaging?
Exactly.
He's out here saying this particular administration of William Ruto is stealing money left, right, and center. Ghost project is what they call them. There's corruption on every single freaking level in Kenya. I have heard it firsthand. In fact, I have certain contacts in this particular administration that calls me at times and gives me information. People even from the State House, people even from the President's office. They call me on the side and they give me first-hand information. Whistleblowers, that's why one of his key elements also within his activism is to promote these particular laws, or to make sure that these laws that protect these whistleblowers are enforced. You know, so that whistleblowers can be protected legally, so that they can gain the confidence to come out here and say, yes, wait a minute, I am a witness to that particular corruption.
Yes.
That ghost project.
Yes, because there should be a protection for them, because they're also trying to make Kenya better. So in order to make Kenya better, they need to be protected, because they are They are currently working within government. So it's basically, it's illegal for them to be, it's for giving this information out. So they have to be protected otherwise.
Well, there must be a sense of confidentiality when you work within that administration, or when you're in politics, or as a member of parliament or whatever. Yes. So these laws have to protect these people, not only legally from that standpoint of confidentiality, but from a human life type of protection level, where their lives can be threatened by those particular, should I call them moguls of corruption?
I want to say goons.
Yeah, they are goons.
Yeah.
But they are so freaking well experienced and professional in their corruption. That's why I say mogul. They are professional thieves.
Oh, mogul.
Moguls, that's what I'm saying. Not goons. Goons are the people that do the dirty work. For the freaking corrupter. The goons is the small little people. These small little people that was at that impeachment public participation, whatever thing that was happening there.
Oh yeah, those. I don't understand. They knew, they obviously knew that Kebaso was going to be there.
No, they probably didn't know.
No, I think.
Why should Morara let them know that I'm coming there?
He said it on...
just walk in.
No, he said it on X.
I'll go there.
Yeah, he said it on X. So they arranged for all of those people just to be there, just to create chaos.
No, I don't think it immediately started with them throwing chairs towards him. But the crowd somehow also had something to do with it, because the crowd is excited, the public is excited. And the fact that he's an activist. So he also came out there, and then somehow it was building.
Yeah.
It was building. And then I remember a time when even he himself, Morara Kebaso, was saying, I want to speak. Like, where's the mic? I want to speak. So, and some of the comments that was coming out of there was, Morara, you will not come here and disrespect us. You will not come here and hijack this sitting. You will not. But just the fact that they started throwing chairs.
How
at him, throwing
ridiculous.
chairs.
It's ridiculous that they were throwing chairs. But even the fact that that person saying, and that was I think it was a member of MP, you were saying, Morara Kebaso, you're not going to take over this. But it's a public participation. He's part of the public. He can have his say.
Do you know that guy who was saying, Morara Kebaso, you're not going to take over?
Yeah.
That sounds almost like jealousy. It sounds like he's jealous that you have so much freaking influence and people are listening to you. You have it in you. You have the ability. You are such a star here. And now you're going to take over because you've been on the news and you've been doing this and you've been saying that and you have the people behind you. You're not going to take over this. He didn't do nothing. He was just standing there.
He just arrived.
Yes.
And he sat down.
And it was the crowd itself. It was the crowd itself. You know, when you have it, you have it.
Yeah, because even when he sat down, people were wanting to shake his hand at the back of him, in front of him. They were coming to him.
Yeah.
But like you said, like the excitement from the crowd, I think some of them took it the wrong way and just like chairs, emotions started going in the other direction of anger and frustration, and then chairs start going.
Whoever the people that organized that sitting, especially the people from the freaking administration, and people that are conducting that sitting, yes, that impeachment to hear from the public, felt as if the moment Morara arrived there, they had no more attention. They had no more control over the crowd or the proceedings.
Yeah.
It was just give him the mic, let him speak, man. We're not here to listen to you freaking puppets. You people are liars anyway. You're doing this wrong. Give it to the activists. Give it to the guy who's out here exposing your ass. Yeah, we don't want to hear from you puppets. Morara Kebaso is here. Give him the mic.
This is what we want to talk to.
This is who we want to hear from. And so those freaking puppets who were in charge of that proceeding got so freaking jealous. That's why you heard that comment was coming in. You're not going to take over this sitting. You're not going to take over this session. To a point where they couldn't even take it. Jealousy came in and the devil came out and then the puppets started acting like puppets. That they are so freaking unprofessional, throwing chairs. But they have only made Morara Kebaso bigger and even famous. Now, most people are starting to hear his name big time, especially from that incident.
Yes, of course. Like people have said, it's not Morara Kebaso anymore. You have to say President Morara Kebaso.
The sixth.
The sixth. Yes.
Imagine being Ruto and you keep hearing in your freaking first administration as the president of Kenya, William Ruto, Zakayo, I'm sorry. You keep hearing that particular young man over there is the sixth. Because Ruto is still also hoping to be there at 6.
He's planning, he's lobbying his people already. But
yes.
My friend, Ruto, you're nuts.
2027 is around the corner, huh? It's not so far away. So you can just imagine. Because Zakayo doesn't come alone. Zakayo's got a team of puppets with him that are also hoping to be a part of the next administration.
Yeah.
They want to do everything in their utmost power to guarantee that they win the next election. Here comes this particular Morara. You know, they call him the savior, the hope of Kenya. The sixth, God sent the Messiah. Morara has opened our eyes. He has brought the light. They call him everything of the above. They even go as far as comparing him to the other one, Ibrahim Traore.
Hey.
They say, we have our own Ibrahim Traore over here in Morara Kebaso.
Yeah.
They go that for the Kenyans.
Yeah, but in some way you can, because he's the only one that you can clearly see is going to eliminate corruption, eliminate a bad governance.
If he's in power.
If he's in power. He's the one that you can actually see right now in Kenya who is going to do that. I mean, he started his party. He's trying to do it. He's going to get his name in there for presidential candidate.
Yes, and you know, for any African country to actually prosper and to make it, to show some form of hope, it has to have an individual like this, a candidate like this.
Somebody who's going against the current grind, the current regime.
Somebody, what regime? Grind what? What part?
Against the current stupid corruption that's happening.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Against corruption.
Yes.
Any regime out here is just full of corruption.
Yes.
It has to be somebody, because that's the main issue of African puppets. They are corrupt. There's a reason why we call them puppets. It's because they love money. They're so freaking corrupt. They're so gullible. They take anything, even breadcrumbs, even seats without freaking veto power. These are puppets, man. They'll take it and they'll still feel proud about it. I'm telling you, it's the world we live in. We've been living in this world for such a freaking long time. When individuals like Ibrahim Traore or Morara Kebaso come up here and stand up against corruption or the IMF, that's why you see these goons are sent their way. Even Ibrahim Traore, so many freaking coup attempts. It's unfreaking believable. Even Morara Kebaso, look at how for that particular sitting, the impeachment of that freaking DP, to have turned out to a time when they started throwing chairs, man. Throwing chairs.
It actually hit his head.
Throwing chairs.
Yeah.
These are freaking animals, man. These people, and then the White House must take these freaking people seriously. Wait, sorry, who's deciding? These are the members of parliament. These freaking members of parliament are throwing chairs. The whole freaking system, all these freaking puppets must be changed. There's so many freaking puppets. This is not how you behave.
In an actual like parliamentary seating.
Yes.
No, man.
Look, Africa is so full of puppets, it's unbelievable. Even in that South Africa, you don't remember when the EFF, although we love the EFF, even how the EFF used to be thrown out of the freaking parliament.
They also caused so many ruckuses in this SA parliament. Hey, it's too much.
When the speaker says, bring in the parliamentarian protectors or protectors office or whatever, and they come in and they're holding these MPs by the belt. Get out.
It's shameful, man.
And these are the leaders of your supposed country, whether it's South Africa or Kenya or Congo or Rwanda or whatever. Yes, these are the freaking leaders. Let's just take it to somewhere very obvious. What has these freaking puppets ever built in any country in Africa? Nothing. Today, when you look at, even go as far as race, we know what the white man has built. We can see what the Asian man is building within China, Japan, Korea, all those other countries. We can see what the Arab man is building. Hey, go to the freaking Middle East, man.
Yes.
Look at the UAE, look at Saudi, Riyadh City, look at Qatar, look at these airlines, look at these infrastructures, look at these freaking bridges. We're talking about the Arab man. And look at the white man, of course. We know what these imperialistic France, Germany, US has built. We know what Asian people, what has this particular freaking black person built? Nothing. No. They just talk too much and they're getting ready. They're always ready to be freaking bribed, to be used as puppets.
Yeah, they're always ready to have another country build something in their country within Africa and then take the credit.
They are ready to send their skilled workers abroad. They're out here like Puppet Ruto,
Zakayo,
going to Germany and saying, "Hey, I'll send you Kenya's finest. You can take Kenya's finest." Yes, and then he comes back and says, "I've created jobs for you. You must let the Kenyan people work in Kenya. You must build a type of Kenya where the Kenyan people can stay in Kenya." It's not cool to be a freaking expat, by the way. It's a freaking...
It's a hassle.
It just comes with different advantages. At the end of the day, it's not your country. You want to work in your country. So when these puppets are out here doing their utmost best to try to seem as if they're looking out for you, creating jobs overseas, sending you abroad, nah, you'll be charged according to foreign law. You don't want that. If anything should ever freaking happen. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, the point is to build your economy within your own country. So why are we sending these skilled workers outside to build another European country's economy?
And pay taxes there.
No. We want to improve trade, economic infrastructure within the African countries. So keep the skilled workers within Africa.
So you're talking to puppets?
Yeah.
Only Morara Kebaso or Ibrahim Traore agrees with you. Or no, and EFF and Julius Malema also agrees with you. Julius Malema, Morara Kebaso, Ibrahim Traore.
Yeah.
Those are the only freaking leaders we have in the entire Africa. When it comes to especially these sub-Saharan countries. None of these other ones that we know are us here freaking flexing are leaders. All the remaining ones are puppets. Yeah, it's true. When we talk about integrity, when we talk about a leader, when we talk about the people's choice, like I said, Morara Kebaso, Ibrahim Traore, Julius Malema. Everybody else, keep quiet, please.
Yeah.
Keep quiet. Your message is too limited to your geography. Your message is too limited to your own particular part of Africa. We want leaders out here who think for the whole Africa. You understand? Leaders who are out here pushing African unity, Pan-Africanists. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter how successful one particular country in Africa becomes, it will never hold seat globally. You have to be united as African.
That is the only way the African continent can actually stand by itself and stand with pride, is if African countries are working together and without the influence of the West.
That's the only way they can stand up to any of those imperialistic countries.
Yeah.
What is one little freaking Djibouti or Burundi going to talk against China? Burundi, you cannot go alone. You cannot go alone. You need your neighboring countries. You need other people with you to go there. Yes, so that they can take you seriously, so that you can come with weight. Otherwise, you're lightweight.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how we need to unite. And us African people, it's actually up to us. It's not, you see that beautiful future that we want as Africans, where we suddenly now start to see certain things being built in Africa. Only we Africans can make it happen. Because the puppets have been in charge for such a freaking long time and nothing is happening.
Yes.
And we keep giving these freaking puppets chance after chance after chance after chance. You understand?
We've given them too much leeway.
Too much.
Yes.
And by me saying giving them chance, you know how we're giving them chance? We're giving them chance to do whatever the hell they want to do, steal our money by not uniting as Africans. When we, the people, the civilians, unite, Africans, whether you're from Kenya, South Africa, Congo, Rwanda, Nigeria, when we, the people, start to take ourselves seriously, we start to consider our own, we accept one another as African brothers and sisters, we will be able to then to hold these freaking leaders accountable. It doesn't matter which part of Africa.
Yeah.
A South African will come out here and say, hey, we're protesting now because of what's happening in Nigeria.
Yes.
We're protesting now because of what's happening in Kenya.
Yes.
The Kenyans will protest for what's happening in Congo. You see, Burkina Bay people will protest for what's happening in Egypt. Yes, North Africa, stand up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
When we get to that level, then we will somehow be able to put pressure on these freaking puppets that have been out here for decades, unable to accomplish anything, because these puppets are just full of corruption. They've had their chance. They can't do shit for us. It's true. It's only us who can do it. Unite by force, first on a social cultural level, and then politically they'll be forced to do so because we've given them no choice.
Yes, that's true. Because social political level, that is social economical level, that is the way we will show the puppets of these countries that we want change. We want unity within Africa. Because
these puppets always have a freaking agenda, and they have audacity too, huh? Look, these freaking puppets have the audacity to come out here and try to silence Morara Kebaso because he's exposing them for corruption. For that corruption that they are full of, Morara Kebaso is out here exposing them, and they want to silence him. They want to put some stupid charge on him just to deter him, just to keep him busy with defending himself in court. That's what I'm saying. That's how far a puppet will go. He will create anything. He will come out here and try to push a narrative just so you can let him be. You see how a puppet fights for his money?
Hey.
And there's so many of them, huh? There's so many freaking puppets. And puppets, there's levels to puppeteering. There's levels to puppeteering. Before you get to for example, Zakayo, there's levels to that. There's a puppet of this one and a puppet of that one and a puppet of that one until they get to Zakayo. Now, all these freaking puppets, some of them were the ones who were throwing chairs at Morara Kebaso.
Yeah, because they want to sit within the forefront of Zakayo's things.
The puppeteer, some of their own puppeteers on different levels told them, deal with him. Deal with him. You, my puppet. I'm his puppet, but you my puppet, and I'm telling you to deal with that. Okay, tell your other puppets if you have to, but if you just get this shit done. Yeah, that's how they work.
Silence him.
It's for our future. You don't like those trips? Don't you love those trips, right? Those vacation trips, huh? Don't you love them? Don't you like the fact that you've started a new business? Where do you think that money comes from? Hey, ghost projects. Ghost projects. The more ghost projects we have out here, the more money you will have for your own personal entrepreneurial business, puppet. So go ahead.
Yeah, just continue to listen to what I say and just handle Morara Kebaso.
Yeah,
we don't want to hear anything what he says.
And the public is sleeping. Except the Gen Zs of Kenya.
No.
The Gen Zs of Kenya are not sleeping.
The Gen Zs are on point.
They're always on point.
They actually know how it's happening very quickly.
The Gen Zs of Kenya follow politics. They're not like the Gen Zs of South Africa or of Congo. Congo's been sleeping for freaking decades. You see that freaking war in East Democratic Republic of Congo? Unless the Congolese people come out here and start holding that freaking puppet accountable, nothing will ever change. It's been 3 decades, administration after administration after administration. You understand what I'm saying? But the Gen Zs of Kenya, the reason why we love them so much is because they follow what's going on. They're always trending.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's always something that the Kenyan Gen Zs right now are protesting and are fighting against.
And they know the names.
They are saying no to.
They know the names. They know the dates. They know which bill. They know what's in the finance bill. They know what's in there. And they go out there and they mobilize and they protest and they do this and that. And they're on social media all loud, talking to us. We see you in the comments section. Congo, hey, sleeping. Not even on social media. Only a handful of us who are out here.
There's a select few of DRC. Hey, very select.
You already have that French that's limiting your reach when it comes to making proper change because of the freaking UN and all of these. There's so many Anglophone countries here, English-speaking countries. That French is like this. It's very difficult for it to train. It only needs to train within the French-speaking countries. It's already difficult. And majority, they also don't speak proper French. There's too many African languages there. You understand? And then you go and be quiet still. You still don't do nothing.
But even if, like the social media part, okay, if it doesn't trend that much, at least there is something that you are doing within your community, within DRC. There's some sort of rally or just some speaking thing that can happen. We're saying, no, we don't want this to happen in DRC anymore. We need a change. There's something that can be done there.
Yes,
but we don't see it.
Yeah, because the spirit is not there. The satisfaction, the will is not there. It's just let's complain. Let's complain about our way of life. Let's complain about everything. And let's just criticize them. Let's not mobilize. Let's not talk. Let's not aim. And it's always, let me be the one to do that. They don't have the spirit of rallying up behind one person. And then be loyal to that particular one person.
Because they will get jealous of the person who's getting the spotlight.
Yes, they'll be jealous of each other. They'll be out here just hoping and wanting to say, it should have been me. It should have been me. Why do you get to decide about on all these freaking funds? No, but look, it's not also easy, huh? We're talking about perhaps having a Patrice Lumumba. A Thomas Sankara, somebody who's resilient, somebody who's willing to come out here, a fearless individual.
Yeah.
Talking about having a fearless individual. Only a fearless you see, any movement, any change that we want to see in any of these African countries, you need a leader for it.
Yeah. Somebody
needs to stand in the forefront and really push that. It can't just be a bunch of people on social media. Otherwise, who's the person? Who's waking up with that drive, with that ambition, with that will, with that passion of wanting to see a change? You understand?
Yeah.
Who will be out there forcing people, doing the needful to want to raise funds, if need be, to mobilize, to travel, to go here, to create a party. You need a leader. You need somebody who's out here dedicating his life. Like a Morara Kebaso, like a Ibrahim Traore, an individual.
Yes.
To some extent, if you have an understanding, then you hear what I'm saying. A Phil Craig.
Oh, Phil, yes. In the way of perseverance,
Yes.
of fighting for what you believe in,
Yes.
that tenacity is what we are talking about.
We don't like Phil Craig, and
No,
we
we
don't
don't.
like what he stands for. We don't like the fact that he's out here, a UK-born national, doing his utmost best to create a party or an independent Cape. We don't like it. South Africa is meant to be one, and the Western Cape will forever be a part of the RSA. But we are saying any movement, any accomplishment, any ambition, any vision can only be accomplished if there's a freaking leader in front.
Yes.
Where's the leader of Congo? Just have a bunch of freaking puppets all over the place. You understand what I'm saying, huh?
It's not all just about dancing in the TikTok videos.
You don't talk to them about dancing. They'll criticize you. Leave us, we want to dance. That's all they want to do. Hey, they love to dance, huh?
I do.
Too many
know
freaking
that.
dancing over there.
Yes.
And too many freaking sapology. Sapology what? Look at East Congo. Sapology.
Apology for who?
Sapology for who? Hey, you need to go to East Congo.
There needs to be a correction for East Congo. East Congo.
You know that East Congo, what it's calling for now is for a group of young men, fearless individuals to come out here and take matters into their own hands, because these puppets are doing nothing. You can't leave the future of Congo into the hands of Angola. So Angola must be the one to come out here and resolve it for you. Angola must be the one to come out here and resolve it, to be the mediator between Congo and Rwanda.
They don't take a lot of interest.
They're just freaking using that money first. You see that money that they're receiving from the African Union and the EU and the UN and the US?
Yeah.
Upwards of $40 million. They're using it for themselves first.
Because even think, they haven't been able to get Kagame and Tshisekedi in the same room. They have not been able to do it. And they've been the negotiator or mediator for the past 2 or 3 years now.
Yes.
How long does it take to get these two people in the room?
Actually, speaking of those two puppets, there's some sort of France Francophone summit happening in France now where all those puppets are there.
Oh,
That Felix Tshisekedi and that Kagame, they're in France with Macron, or should I say Croissant. They're over there. So I don't know what is the dynamics over there, but we're going to follow it and see what it's like. But those ones are selfish. It's because of those two leaders that conflict in East Congo is still happening, that 8 million people are displaced. People are being unalived left, right, and center with no clean water or food or toilet. Nothing. We've been experiencing that per hour. You know what I mean by that? Yes, you know. You should know. If you don't know, you've been sleeping under a rock and you are not a true African. In fact, maybe, even if you're not African, you're not a true human, because you're out here only giving crap about selective wars, selective war-torn places. Only those atrocities we'll talk about, like that who? Liam Neeson is out here just talking about those atrocities, selective, not the DRC. That DRC conflict should be the talk of the freaking world.
yeah. I mean, even I'm sort of like disappointed because there was even a rally in Cape Town about what's happening in Middle East.
Why don't you freaking rally first about Orania
Exactly.
or Clenfontaine or Cape Independence?
Or why not for DRC?
Yes.
Why is it about that country?
South Africa, why are you protesting for Gaza when you should at least maybe protest? Have you ever protested for another African country? Why are you out here protesting for a country that's in another continent? We're not saying you shouldn't, but do more for the people around you also.
Yes.
Do more for your fellow Africans. We need a spirit of unity. They're out here. Okay, so now that also it's the Muslim community
Yes.
that probably organized that protest. You understand, huh? Yes, the Muslim community. It's the one that it's not black South Africa. It is. And it's not South African just like in general, South Africa is standing against. No, it's the Muslim community, and they're saying, fellow Muslim brothers and sisters, they are going through this. We shall protest for that.
Yes.
It's a religious thing. I wonder if it's a human thing, like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise, every single freaking South African would have been out here. If it was a human thing, you should have been protesting also for Congo. Now, I know, South Africa, you sent your troops to Congo, we know, and our condolences goes out to those that lost their lives over there. But you need to be an all-rounder.
Yes.
Yes, man, that one in Congo is worse. The numbers are worse.
It's been going on for much longer. Yeah.
Selective.
Yes.
That's the human heart right there. Selective. If you want to keep a spade with them like this, they'll hate you, huh? They don't freaking like it when I tell them the truth like this.
But,
it bothers them, but we cannot help it but to be truthful.
But it has to be said. Somehow we disagree with the way the word is getting out there. There's no word getting out there, actually.
About East Congo.
About East Congo.
About North Kivu. About Goma. About that conflict that's been happening there since 1996, 3 decades. 8 million people displaced. Do you know about it? Do you even know where Goma is? You know. They've thrown certain names at them for such a long time. Gaza, Palestine, Gaza, Palestine. That's what you call mainstream media. That's what you call pushing a narrative. They've pushed a specific... We in charge of pushing narratives out here. We are the imperialistic countries. It's about narratives. Let's push a narrative here that exists that says that these particular people don't matter. Those ones do matter. That particular skin don't matter. That one does matter. Let's push that. Yes, it's about narratives.
It's like, don't talk about the African countries. It's fine. They will deal with it. They will get over it. Please.
If we can keep Black South Africa thinking about a specific narrative, they won't have time to think about the means of production of South Africa. If we keep them focused thinking about Nigeria or Nigerians, they won't have time to think about the means of productions of their own country. They couldn't care less about how many townships are there.
That are white only.
We are in charge of the narratives. We will push whatever narratives we want so that they are distracted from seeing these whites and only towns like Orania or Clairefontaine. Or a party called Cape Independence. Who cares? Black South Africa is not interested in that. They only love entertainment. They're not politicians. They don't think about critical matters. They only here for the Miss South Africa pageant. Yes, let them focus on Chidima.
Let them focus on trivial things.
Yes, on trivial things, on small talks. On small talk. Not things that changes things. Let us do the thinking here.
Thinking. Let us fill our pockets with money, with corruption. Yes.
They're in power for 30 years, but we still own the means of production. The land is still in the hands of the Mzungu. Okay, Black South Africa, just relax yourself. Just go to the mall. Yes, go to the mall. Let us, it's your mall. You're welcome to go to those particular beaches now. We can eat at the same restaurant. Okay, fine, you have it. Yeah, but you're not allowed in Orania. You're not allowed in Clairefontaine. And soon, the Western Cape. If you still keep sleeping, we'll make sure that we pass this freaking referendum in the next 2 years, even if it will cost us 10 million rand. We're raising funds all over the world. We're asking for donations as the Africana culture. You still sleeping, go to the mall.
Yeah.
Don't worry. In fact, you should just keep your eyes on the giants. Keep your eyes on the Nigerians. That's your true enemy, not the importance of you belonging to your own land or utilizing your own land or benefiting from your own land. No. That's your enemy, your own kind. Black South Africa is out here being gullible like that and accepting it.
Yeah.
They're not seeing anything wrong with it.
No, they're just saying Cape Independence is not going to happen. They are not going to succeed. Cape Independence is working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They are raising money for that referendum. They are working hard on their cause. Even if they don't do like immediate podcasts or news releases, anything you don't see, they are working behind the scenes.
They even have a freaking YouTube channel.
They do. They are having live sessions.
Cape Independence, streaming live. We're talking about upholding the Western values in the Western Cape. We cannot wait forever. We don't want to be led by them. They don't know how to lead us. We want independence. What is democracy? They'll find ways to just try to fool you into believing that they need to be independent.
For me, it's like, who is this UK citizen, Phil Craig, deciding for Capetonians or Western Cape people how they should be governed? Because it's not the entire Western Cape that supports them. But he is talking as it's a whole. The audacity of this guy.
Even the way that he speaks.
Yes.
If you read between the lines, when Phil Craig speaks, they're even threatening.
Yes.
They're even going as far as, we don't want this to turn into some unnecessary conflict or tension. The spirit of democracy is let the people decide. So we'll pass this memorandum and let the people sign it, because to avoid conflict. What do you mean to avoid conflict? What are you saying? That that you would push this to some sort of freaking civil war?
Yes.
Yes, that's what he's saying. He thinks people are stupid out here and black South Africa is sleeping on it.
Yes.
Those people are not intending to live in a South Africa like that for the rest of life. They want to take that freaking Western Cape, and they are very serious about it. And the fact that they could hold a freaking march in Stellenbosch just tells you who's behind that.
Yeah. He's actually speaking like it's already happening. Like the Western Cape, they don't want to be governed. They are not governed by them. They're speaking like it's reality already. And that is scary.
You know, besides the politicians of South Africa, that South Africa has big powers there. You know what I mean, huh? Talking about that freaking Stellenbosch.
Yeah.
For that Stellenbosch to be quiet, while Phil Craig and this Cape Independence is out here doing this, that means they probably have the approval of that Stellenbosch.
Yeah, because they are getting what they want.
Yeah, and plus they had the march there.
Yeah, Stellenbosch is saying, yeah, this is what we want. We don't want any of those people here in our country. Which is the Western Cape.
Because even what do you call this? That Cape Independence.
Yeah.
They said they need to raise 10 million rand for that referendum, but they also said we can raise certain private funds, right?
Who are those private funds?
But the backbone of this particular funding should come from the people. So whatever you have, 100 rand, 200 rand, make your donations. But we will do our utmost best to raise it. You know what those private donors?
Because where does he think 100 rand here and there is going to get him to the 10 million?
Those donors are those same people that allowed for that freaking march to be in Stellenbosch. Without dropping those names, it's those names. And those names are most powerful. And they are the ones who control the puppet of South Africa. Yes. If you haven't hear, you hear. If you know, you know.
And he's telling that puppet of South Africa, hey, just turn a blind eye. Don't say anything about that Western Cape.
Call it a GNU.
Yes.
But it's a grand coalition from now on. Call it a GNU. Black South Africa will buy it. If you just say GNU, they'll buy it.
Just make it sound nice. If you continue saying it, they'll grab onto it. That means it's trending.
Continue to push that narrative. Continue to call it GNU, 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 GNU. They will believe you. They'll accept it. They won't have any choice.
They'll just say, I know, let me a new definition of grand coalition. Yeah.
Yes. So that is South Africa. Yes. Ibrahim Traore, West Africa. That's the hope of Africa right now. West Africa, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. What a beautiful thing. Uniting a confederation in 2024 between black countries. Black leaders.
Yeah.
Who have the guts to come out here and say, the West, you got to leave.
Get out.
You got to leave. So freaking disappointing to see that other African countries are not doing the same. Are not joining that confederation. They're sleeping. They're too afraid. And it's so aggravating and makes me so freaking upset sometimes when I still see these freaking ECOWAS wanting to persuade those particular three countries to return to that corrupt institution of ECOWAS. That's funded mostly by outsiders. Yes. That's why they can't do shit for themselves. They cannot decide. They're still freaking using the CFA. You know how many times that ECOWAS has been promising to come up with a currency?
No way.
For such a freaking long time here, I bet you this particular confederation will come up with a currency before that ECOWAS.
Of course, man.
Before that ECOWAS, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger with Ibrahim Traore, they will come up with a currency before that ECOWAS. That ECOWAS has been here, I think it's 50 years old, that thing. What have you ever accomplished?
And they cannot come up with a currency yet.
They just make empty promises.
Yeah.
Puppets are quick to promise, huh? Puppets are not out here to give you their word. They're here to just persuade you to say yes or sign. Yeah, they're not out here to really mean what they say. They're out here to just buy time.
Please extend my time. I want to be in office a bit more. How can I do that? What can I give the people to make them think that I'm doing work for them?
The healthy puppet is doing the same thing. It's his second term and all he's doing is just buying time. You should have gone into freaking Rwanda by now.
Yeah, don't be scared, man. You're a healthy puppet.
That one is scared. He's scared, huh?
Yeah,
the Democratic Republic of Congo.
You can actually see that he's scared on his face.
And they don't have any freaking ammunition either. What are you waiting for? Who are you consulting? Rwanda is having its way in East Democratic Republic of Congo and this guy is just chilling. What? Negotiation, what? That's because whatever money Angola is getting from African Union or UN or the United States, upwards of 40 million in hopes of talks for this mediation, both of these freaking countries are benefiting from that money somehow.
They have to be.
Yes, because part of this mediation is to create certain economic ties between Congo and Rwanda. What does that mean? We come into Rwanda, here's an investment. We come into Congo, here's an investment. This will be something that will show some form of economic relation between the two of you. So don't fight, don't start a war. And then in the meantime, people are still freaking displaced. It's been years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're both benefiting from that money somehow, from these freaking ties. Yes, and so they're just chilling. But if Felix Tshisekedi was the leader that he claims to be...
He claims to be a fearless leader fighting for his country.
There would have been action here a long time ago. There would have been action.
Because the way that situation is just... It's just increasing. It's getting worse and worse and worse, that conflict. And Tshisekedi just keeps on having interviews, flying around, going to Croissant.
Looking so healthy.
Yo, man.
So stylish. He eats well, huh?
That glowing skin irritates me sometimes.
You should see the way he arrived in Paris now. Mercedes-Benz, Felix Tshisekedi. I think he was wearing Louis Vuitton glasses. I know those Louis. Just look properly. Look properly and then come back and comment here. Yes, go. Just Felix Tshisekedi... Francophone Nations Summit or whatever now, September, October, you see him when he arrives there and Macron is waiting for him. He's got Louis Vuitton glasses on. Yes, he's got Louis Vuitton glasses on and we have 8 million people displaced in East Congo.
How is that right?
Do you understand what I'm saying? Bombs are dropping on displacement camp every other day. There's so many freaking displacement camps in that Goma, but the leader of the Democratic Republic of Congo is arriving in France in Louis Vuitton glasses.
Does not make sense
That's
at
the
all.
freaking world we live in. Yes.
The puppets are styling, but the citizens, hey, they're fighting for rice.
No jokes. That's the world we live in. So it's just corruption after corruption after corruption and lies from most puppets in Africa.
Yeah.
Most of them. So when an individual like Morara Kebaso comes out here, is upsetting so many freaking puppets on all levels. It's unbelievable. That's why they've asked him also, are you not afraid do you not fear for your life? He says, I understand what it comes with and I understand the danger, but I have to be able to do what I have to do.
Yeah, because
this is for the good of the Kenyan people.
Yeah, this is something inside of him, a passion inside of him that he wants to see a corrupt-free government in Kenya. And so we all just want Morara Kebaso to influence other Morara Kebasos in other African countries to also stand up and do something. If they have the passion to say, I don't like what's happening in my government, stand up, do something. Take your phone, start talking. If you have a passion, get your word out there.
Do you think there's a Morara Kebaso in Equatorial Guinea? That Equatorial Guinea.
That one needs a lot of Morara Kebasos.
Those one they need a lot. That's the one who the president has also been there for 42 years. And the vice president is on private jets.
He's busy popping everywhere.
That guy is flaunting it.
Yeah.
That vice president. And the country is living in poverty. They couldn't give a crap, these puppets. They're out here flaunting it to the core.
Yeah.
Just in 3-piece suits, flying to different places in the world, living in most expensive hotels, helicopters, private jets, everything, all of the above. But the people must remain poor.
The people must not say anything. You must just say, clap for your president. Clap for your vice president. Please, what are you doing for your country? It's ridiculous.
There's so many issues to fix in Africa. It's crazy. Even that Biafra. Biafra, in the eastern part of Nigeria, it's a Christian sort of like country or side of Nigeria. It's mostly Christian people.
Yeah.
And they want their own independence from the rest of Nigeria that's predominantly Muslim, so that they can do their own thing. But they haven't been able to give them independence. They are hoping to get their independence. And so they are being unalived over there, left, right, and center all the freaking time. Biafra is another one that needs to be freed, where we need another Morara Kebaso to rise up. Oh, and Ibrahim Traore, someone strong to get out there. Because, and where's the Christian community?
Yeah,
why aren't you talking so much about Biafra and what's going on in Biafra? Where's the Christian community? Look at the Muslim community in South Africa protesting for what's happening in Gaza. Hello.
Come on now. Let's do it. It's crazy because
why are you telling them the truth? They don't want to hear the truth. Why are you telling me the truth? How dare you tell me the truth? The truth hurts me. I don't want to hear the truth. That's Black South Africa for you. I don't want to hear the truth. That's a Rwandese for you. I don't want to hear the truth. I don't want to hear about that freaking war in East Congo. I don't want to hear the truth. How dare you? You love us so much. We've given you so much content. South Africa has given you so much content. Rwanda has given you so much content. Look at you. Without us, where would you get your content? Just because you tell them the truth. They hate it. How dare you come out here and tell us the truth?
Stop talking about my country. Hey,
you. I keep telling you. We are African first before being from anywhere in Africa. I'm African first before I'm Congolese. So stop this crap of yours when you come out here and say, talk about your country. Talk about Congo. Stop talking about South Africa. African first before I'm Congolese. Wena. Yes.
Yes, Wena.
Yes, we will learn your languages also and teach you in your own languages also. Yes. Ik verstaan. It's true.
Yeah, it's true because even the Biafra situation, I mean, nobody's talking about it. There are no news articles, nothing about Biafra. You completely have to go into complete research mode to find out what the situation is in Biafra.
And there's so many atrocities happening there, left, right, and center. It's unreal. There's so much. But why should we talk about matters in Africa? Why should we? Let's just talk about the Middle East. Let's talk about these particular other states. And Africa what?
Africa is fine the way it is. Leave it. You're fighting a losing battle. Stop talking about it.
And the crazy part here is Africans are out here in competition with one another. Every single time these freaking Africans come out here and they compete with one another, instead of uniting, you're supposed to unite. Your duty is to your Africanism first before your nationality. You are African first before you are South African. You, South Africa, you are, don't make me started. You're African first before you're Nigerian. You're African first before you're Congolese. You're African first before you're Moroccan, Zimbabwean, Egyptian, or even Rwandese. You're African first. And you have to unite. You have to recognize that. You have to ignore 1884. You have to ignore it. You have to unite. Look at them. What have you built? What has the black man built? Nothing. Look at every single thing. The white man has built stuff. The Asian man has built stuff. The Arab man has built stuff. What has the black man built? Nothing, because the black man doesn't want to unite with his fellow other black folk.
Yes.
It's very obvious.
It's very obvious.
The proof is in the pudding. Where's your clean water?
They are just sitting. I mean, yeah, look at them.
They are just watching football and Miss Pageants. The black man just wants to be entertained. Dancing and drinking alcohol and watching sports.
Yes. And eating their meat.
And eating their meat and drinking. That's it. While these other people are freaking building left, right, and center. And when it comes to any global issue, any global talks, you black men, you don't have veto power.
That is the saddest part. That the West can say, okay, yeah, we'll give 2 African countries 2 permanent seats.
Yeah, but
let them just sit, huh?
Just sit.
You will not have any say on what's happening in this world. You will sit.
You can say, but you cannot sign here. You don't have the power to veto. Permanent seats with no power. Yes.
What is the point, people? I don't want the nomination then. Thank you very much.
Puppets are not out here for power. Puppets are only out here for fame, for vanity. Puppets are only out here to be seen. Puppets are only out here for it to look like they're in charge. I don't have to have veto power. All I have to do is just travel there. Private jets, let me stay at Blur's house. White House, did you see me? Did you see my Instagram? Equatorial Guinea, did you see my Instagram?
I took a selfie.
Yes, I took a selfie. Did you see my entourage? Did you see? That's all puppets are here for.
Yeah.
Not for veto power. What is a puppet going to do with veto power? You, veto who? On what basis?
I'll be surprised if even one of those
On what
puppets
basis?
uttered. But what is veto?
You want to veto a country that has built itself when you don't have infrastructure? What are you talking about? I can just imagine these imperialistic countries behind closed doors and say, you veto power. You couldn't even freaking build a bridge in your own country. You want veto power to veto a country that's got freaking skyscrapers. Are you out of your freaking mind? These puppets want too much, huh?
Yeah, you're asking too much.
No veto power. No veto power. Call it a slap in the face or whatever it is, but no veto power.
You will just listen. That's it. Just come sit. It's okay.
Yes. Anywho, we cut it here today, huh? Yes, that's been a good one. It's been a good one.
It's been a good
Morara Kebaso.
convo. Yeah. It was a good conversation.
Yeah, it's always a good conversation. Morara Kebaso, we need more of them to come out here and continue to expose these puppets. Expose these puppets. Ooh, they hate this boy.
Hey.
But he's younger and 29 years old.
And I think that's what they dislike most, that he has the passion, he has the energy, he has the drive, and he has the tonality to speak to the youth, that they're understanding him.
Do you know that at his age, there are certain puppets in that administration that have kids that are probably even older than him?
Yeah,
So they're saying to themselves, who the hell is this small boy? This boy. Arrest him. Do this, that. It's pissing a lot of people off. They don't like it.
Yes.
But when God decides that you are the chosen one, you are the chosen one, those puppets have no choice but to have to listen. Because the Gen Z, he has won the hearts of the Kenyans. He's the sixth.
Definitely. Morara Kebaso is the next president.
He will definitely win.
Yes.
In that 2027 with Inject.
Hey.
Look, the Kenyans have spoken. The comment sections are crazy.
And they will not stop until it happens.
Yeah, they've said it.
Yes.
They've said it. They're out here funding him left, right, and center. Yes.
Yes, continue. We will support in any way.
Yes, I just want all the freaking puppets out of power.
Hey.
All these puppets must just be reshuffled, like shaken, like tossed aside. New beginning on everything, on all levels, every single country. Yes. So when individuals like this are out here, we have to speak loud.
Yeah, keep the fire going, keep the momentum going for him to be in that next president of Kenya.
But it's stories like this that will bring about a spirit of unity amongst Africans. We need other Africans to come out here, look at Kenya, look at Burkina Faso, and say, look at an Ibrahim Traore, look at a Morara Kebaso. Wow, so admirable.
There are two countries now that have these types of leaders.
And so we need to rally behind their messaging. We need to support them. It's stories like these that will get Africans to unite.
That's true.
Yes.
And for other Morara Kebasos to get the courage to stand up and also do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other folks, other true Africans to come out here and do the needful.
Yes, to get that corrupt-free government in Africa.
Yes. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate you very much. Take care until next time.
Thank you so much, guys. God bless.